Transforming your life through hypnotherapy has never been easier. With the help of your host, Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and these power-packed minisodes, you're sure to find yourself engaging in more positive behaviors around both your physical and mental health. Here's your host, Julie.
G'day, it's Julie from coachinghypnosis.net, and you deserve to know the one best medical hypnosis perk for 2022 because people are sick of being so fabulously fit and beautiful and run down at the same time. And you deserve to know the truth about hypnosis in the field of medicine. I'm not a therapist or psychotherapist, but this is my 9th year as a clinical hypnotherapist in strategic psychotherapy. I currently help my clients online. They change their life without changing out of their pajamas. And in the 68th volume of the International Journal of Clinical and Experimental Hypnosis, the October to December 2020 edition, there was a promising study titled Feasibility of Behavioral Invention to Reduce Psychological Distress in Mechanically Ventilated Patients, because 1/3 to a half of all critical illness survivors sometimes manifest symptoms of anxiety, depression, and PTSD. But the weird thing is, this doesn't happen straight away. It occurs 6 to 12 months after discharge from an intensive care unit, ICU. And what human wouldn't want to improve the lives of others? And in this study, the hypnotherapist tried to improve a risk factor that could be modified. They focused on the memories of frightening and delusional experiences, because as you and I both know, our emotional memory can be rewritten. For example, clients who are depressed, their memories can change to depressed memories. But once depression's been managed, their memories can return to normal. Like enjoying all the fun, weird ice creams you probably ate as a child at fairgrounds or by the seaside, rather than looking back and thinking something silly like, when I was a child, I shouldn't have eaten all that fattening junk food and ice cream. Because you deserve to have fabulous memories, because you plan to live your life to your full human potential. And when patients are in ICU and intensive care units, they easily accept suggestions without critical appraisal. But when these hypnotists gave the suggestion that the patients will be in comfort, they might find themselves in a relaxing or peaceful state of mind. The study produced some promising results. And surgeons have been using hypnotherapy for over 100 years to induce clients into an alternative state rather than using anesthetic or penicillin. And there are some small ailments that hypnosis has had great success with, like IBS and eczema. Maybe you are aware of the hypnosis movement working its way through Europe, and you've already seen on Michael Yapko's YouTube channel, Dr. Marie-Elizabeth Famerville being interviewed. Dr. Marie-Elizabeth Famerville has been running a pain clinic in Belgium since 1992. And she has successfully trained over 9,000 patients in self-hypnosis. The patients voluntarily opt out of using anesthetic and choose to take control of their own pain management hypnotically. These patients are given the option to have anesthetic and are told if the pain becomes too much, they can request anesthetic at any time. Most of these patients are just day patients. But guess what? They loved the concept of learning how to take control of their own state of mind. They stepped up to the challenge. They mastered their mindset. They had an increase in self-confidence. It was mind over matter. And as the wise man Chuck Norris once said, always remember that your success begins inside you. If you can't see it first, no one ever will. If you have spare time to search on Google, you can find more extreme procedures when patients opt in for hypnosis. In 2012, Dr. Murad successfully performed thyroid surgery on a hypnotized patient in Brussels. And maybe you've seen on British TV or YouTube when a gentleman underwent open heart surgery on live television in the UK, performed by hypnotherapist John Butler in 2015. But even in the 1950s, the Dublin-born Jack Stanley Gibson was the Irish surgeon leading the field. He performed over 4,000 surgeries using hypnosis. He believed in the power of the mind above all else. And during World War II, he served with the emergency medical service in Britain, treating wounded soldiers. And he had the best-selling record in Ireland in the month of January in 1971 titled How to Stop Smoking. But when it comes to burns patients, you just can't beat Dr. Ebony Irwin. He had great success with healing patients with second-degree burns. He discovered if you can get the patient within the first few minutes of the accident and tell them you know that they are injured, but their body can be cool, calm, and comfortable now. Their body can cool down. The body switches off the inflammation response and goes straight on to healing. I don't know if you're aware, but if a patient's face is burnt, they end up with like a moon face. It's all puffy and swollen. They can't even open their eyes. But as I mentioned, if you reach the patient quickly, sow the seed of suggestion, you acknowledge the incident, but they can feel calm and comfortable. Not only does the inflammation switch off, for some patients, they don't even request pain relief, like paracetamol, even if it's offered to them. And when they're under the care of a doctor, often they get permission to return to work within 7 days. Their whole life lights up because their face stayed normal. What a relief. And as you know, dentists still use hypnosis, and I'm guessing hypnobirthing is still popular. But there have been times when hypnotism or mesmerism have been wrong. In 1843, Abraham Lincoln and his Congress were unsure if the telegraph or hypnotism would work for long-distance communication. Imagine if we never had telephones installed, no mobile phones were invented, or fax machines because Congress voted for hypnotism instead. Imagine if we lived in a world where we were still trying to telepathically communicate with each other or used a bunch of magnets to do so. And the vote for the telegraph won, only by the narrowest of margins, 89 to 83 votes, and 70 congressmen abstained from voting. As you already know, the telegraph won, and today we can be grateful for the telegraph, fax machines, phones, mobile phones, and the internet. And as a hypnotherapist, I'm kind of glad we lost that vote for long-distance communication. I think we might have all ended up with the stress of a permanent headache. But here is the one best medical hypnosis perk for 2022, self-hypnosis. Say goodbye to overwhelm, the spinning of thoughts and feelings, and activate your self-hypnosis potential. Because you deserve to master controlling your thoughts and reactions, to activate a deep sense of calm and be able to instantly focus yourself at will. The introduction technique to self-hypnosis. Find a spot on the ceiling and focus your eyes. As you focus your attention, notice your eyes become very tired. The more you focus, the more your eyes become tired. After a few seconds, begin to count backwards from 5. Feel your eyes getting heavier, 4. Each time you blink, feel your eyes getting heavier, 3. Your eyes will feel so heavy that you almost cannot keep them open, 2. Vision becoming blurred, and 1. Now close your eyes. Once your eyes are closed, begin to focus on the muscles around your eyes. Feel them relax. It's like each cell in your entire face is becoming more and more relaxed. Imagine cells relaxing cells. Feeling of relaxation begins to move over the top of your head, around your ears, down the back of your neck, your throat. Your entire head and neck are completely relaxed. As you move this feeling to the lower part of your body, imagine each part of your body becoming more and more relaxed. Take your time and give each part of your body, including your internal organs, permission to relax. This should take about 7 to 10 minutes. Once you are completely relaxed, picture yourself walking on a beautiful beach. Imagine that each step you take brings you into a deeper, deeper state. Walking just makes you more and more peaceful. As you relax and let go, step by step, begin to count backwards from 100 silently in your mind. Time your steps to the count, letting go with each step. And sometime around the count of 80 or so, you should be in a deep state of hypnosis. So what if you chose to think about medical hypnosis differently? And what if you didn't? The choice is yours.